Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is New Brighton, and if you're new to my channel and you don't know what we're all about, we do City Skylines, Let's Plays, tips, tricks, tutorials, and I do a couple of other games as well. And if you would like, subscribe, comment, and share, it would be appreciated. So the last time we left off, we put in this zoo down in here, and it took quite a lot of time because we needed to level that up. I wanted to do a 0 to level 5 in one episode, and so I had a lot of downtime. So during that time, I ended up putting in the city park right over in here, and today we're going to walk you through the process and see the end results. So let's get to it. So the city park was actually a lot easier because I had put in a city park before, so all the assets were already unlocked, and we're going to go to the same process as we did with the zoo. We're going to go down to Parklife, and we're going to go ahead and put in a main gate. So we go into Parklife here, and I'm just trying to figure out where exactly I want to put the main gate. So I thought because we have the metro station right over here that I put the main gate here, and then I go ahead and I paint the area using the paint that gets put down with the main gate. We just take that and run it along the street. Now as you can see, sometimes it snaps, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of pulls away a little bit, so this can be a little bit tricky, but as long as you keep on track a little bit, you don't want to get crazy. You can always erase a bit of it, but yeah, you just want to kind of stay on track with that. So the next thing we're going to do is add our side gates, and because we have 3 roads on either side, I thought we'll just put one on all the sides. So here we go, we put in 1, 2, and the third one right over in this area, and so all the sides are covered on the park. So next I'm going to put in the paths, and I kind of do a straight run on this just to get an idea of where everything kind of meets up. So I did one across the main area there, and then I go to gate down in here and I bring it up, and then I go and see if it'll match up with this gate here. So as you can see here, we're going to match it up to the middle, and it just curves to the side, which means that one of the gates is not in the same spot. So I just go ahead and I take this from the main gate to the center, and then I come down and I delete this path in here, and I just slightly move over this side gate a little bit to the right, and this way it will line up better with the path. Next I just continue to run the path straight in, and as you can see, it perfectly lines up. So now I know exactly where the middle is, and it gives me an idea of how I want to put in our plazas and our assets. The next thing we're going to do is run our fences. Now, because the gate is on these curves on the roundabout, I turned off all the snapping in order to get a better curve closer to the road. So as you can see, I come up about 3.5, a little less than 3.5, and it's a little bit away from the dirt part of that road, but it seems to work quite fine. And I do that on all 4 corners before I run in the straight gate. So next we go into our snapping options and turn them all back on, and then we head to the gates and connect the fences to each of the corners. So next we go into assets, and right in the middle of the park I put in 2 plazas, a cafe, and a restroom. So next I go into paths, and I start to create a path going around the whole outside perimeter of the park, and here I just turned the snapping back on just so I can kind of line this up. Now I did time lapse this, it took quite a while. I deleted it, I put it back in, and I really just wanted to run all the outside lines nice and straight and clean. And now I'm just coming into the middle with a path here. And next we go back into assets, and we start adding throughout the park all the different assets we have. So we do have some souvenir shops, some park information booths, some playground equipment, the trampoline parks, and the chessboard. We do have 2 assets we cannot use. That is the 2 piers, because we do not have a water feature. So as you saw, I made sort of like a spider webby kind of pathway throughout the park. This way I can kind of randomly place. It's not really random. I actually kind of put the same amount of things in the same spaces across from each other. So what I mean by that is in the center I placed stuff, and then on the right side and the left side I kind of mirrored it out. So this way we have almost the same amount of assets. We did get those gazebos. I put those in too. And I did turn this up to a time lapse because this is an enormous park. And to do all this, I think it took almost an hour from start to finish, and that would be a really long episode. And so I kind of just threw everything together for you and made sure I included as much as possible in this episode. And I did rename the park to New Brighton High Park, since we have a New Brighton City Park on the other side of town. Because this was high density, I thought High Park sounded nice. So this way we know exactly where this park is located. So now our park is complete. It has so many trees. I absolutely love it. When I go on a walk through it, it looks so nice. But it was an enormous space to fill. Because I was doing the zoo at the same time, it actually helped me to level up the zoo and gave me something to work on while I was doing that. But as you can see, it really does come out nice. I think it fits the area quite well. It's too bad we can't add lakes or like streams. I mean, we can add streams, but I would have loved to have like a ploppable lake to put in the middle of this. It is possible to make them, but I always end up either overflowing them or they dry up. And so I don't want to take the chance of flooding out our city or having a dried up hole in the ground. So I decided not to add it. But yeah, our one curse with working with console, we're limited to certain things. But here's our metro station right across the street from there. And it just serves well, I think, going into the park there. And I do know this episode was quite short. I am going to try to make longer videos in the future, but this was just something I didn't want to leave out for all of my subscribers. Next episode, I think we're going to be opening up new space. We need more room for our college. We've been neglecting that poor college really badly. And we definitely need a new industrial area, so I'm thinking forestry. Yeah, so those are the 2 main things I want to do in the next coming episodes. And yeah, so if you like my content and would like to see more, please stick around. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and thanks for coming back, and I'll see you next time. Bye.